Hi, this is James, and I'm back with another masking tape treasure. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. Yes. Oh, and today, look, make sure you add to my Cash App, okay? So I can get more materials to make this channel a little better, to get more material. Because I have to the material that I have now, I have to use that to make stuff to sell, okay? So I need material to do stuff for this channel, okay? So my Cash App is right there. Donate $1 or $2 or maybe $5, okay? Okay. Okay, the title of this video is Play with a dog, he'll lick your mouth. But you play with a kid, they'll sass you out. Okay. Now, look, there's a terrible thing going on with the discipline of our children today, you know. And there's a lot of ADD kids too. But if a lot of this attention deficit disorder out here wouldn't be here if y'all would discipline your child. And when I say discipline, I don't mean whoop them, beat them, or something like that. I'm talking about discipline. I'm talking about telling them right from wrong and not letting them lead you. You lead them. You are the adults, okay? You're supposed to lead your children, all right? Now, yeah, you're supposed to lead them, not let them lead you, okay? And not let your kids sit up in adults' face. Little kids like 5 and 6 years old are sitting up in there, and while the adults are discussing things and they're looking in your mouth. They're learning. Kids learn. They are little sponges. They soak up everything that they hear. Okay? So let a kid stay in a kid's place. Let a child stay in a child's place. Okay? Now, I'm not trying to tell y'all how to raise your kids or nothing like that, but it's always good to have some advice. You know, something to go by. You know. So never let your kids sit up in adults' face. When an adult is in there, you tell them, get out, go to your room, go out there, or go play, or something like that. All right? Because look, children need to play and enjoy themselves. They need to stay in a child's place. They don't need to be exposed to all this adult stuff that adults are talking about. Okay? Now, it starts from when they're infants, when they're young. You know, when they're infants, if you sit there and you talk nonsense to a kid while they're small, and you talk nonsense and have everybody else talk about baby, boo boo baby, boo boo baby, all that stuff. You talking all that stuff. What do you think that kid is going to learn? What is he going to learn out of that? He's going to grow up and start babbling like that. You know, you need to teach, start early, even when they don't understand. They don't understand. You could instill some stuff in them, you know. And it's not about having a child fear you. It's about having a child respect you, give you the utmost respect. When a kid becomes a teenager or something like that, they will respect you better if you disciplined them when they were younger. That's all I'm saying. And for all y'all single mothers out there, it's some you can always get somebody to come over and help you out with. You could get uncles, you got brothers, and you got friends, you know, that's worthy of doing that, you know. Don't bring anybody in and let them try to, you know, discipline your kids. No, it's not right. You choose who you think is a respectable person, you know. So, man, I'm telling you, because nowadays these kids are just going, and they plus they got internet and everything, so you can't stop them, but you can curb their internet stuff. You can curb that. You can stop them from going to too much internet because it's too much information on there. It's too much information. You got to look at back in the day when I was growing up. A lot of people who are 40 plus who grew up, they got disciplined. Now, true enough, some of them went overboard with the discipline stuff. But when a kid acts up, especially when they're young, this is when you're supposed to get on it, when they're real young. So when they get older, you won't have a problem. You won't even have to discipline them. You just tell them, hey, that's it. Stop. Stop saying that. All right? That's it. That's it. And they will respect you. They will respect you. They give you the utmost respect. You know? Now, they will give you the utmost respect. And it's not, like I said, it's not about having them scared of you. Look, single mothers, maybe some of y'all are capable of raising children to adulthood. But the majority of you try to be your kid's friend. You try to do TikTok with your kids, dancing, doing all this stuff, and you become your kid's friend. You become one of their peers. And that's crazy. That's crazy. You become a peer of theirs, and then they start talking to you crazy, and you start talking to them crazy, and you end up arguing with each other. Look, a kid is not supposed to argue at you. A kid is not supposed to argue at you. If they come up to you and if you you trying to tell a kid something about life or something like that, and then a kid start arguing with you, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong if you got a 5 or 6 year old kid arguing with you. And I see it online too. I see it, online. Kids be arguing with their parents and stuff like that. And the parents be laughing at it. It's funny to them. Ha 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 ha. It's funny. It's not funny to me. It's not funny. And look, a father is a person, he's an authoritative figure. Okay, he's supposed to lay down the law. The mother is somebody who, show them emotions and stuff like that, like that. So both of them together have a delicate balance in raising a kid. A mother, she talks emotional stuff, and she should teach him too. So, it's crazy. But a kid needs to learn that. They need to learn that. A father, look, remember when y'all was kids. Think back when you was a kid. Some of y'all think way back when you were kids, okay? What did your mom used to always tell you when you mess up? I'm telling your daddy. I'm finna tell your daddy. All right? And then your daddy come and it's no nonsense. Even though he loves his kids. Okay? Just like I love my kids. I love them. But I know what it takes to raise a kid. You can't raise a kid by emotional content and stuff like that. Emotional content. You can't raise them with that. You can't raise them with that. You have to come down and stick to what you say. If you tell them to go to their room, mean that. That don't mean them go in their room and then come back out and start doing stuff because they want to. No. No. I wish some of these parents would just get to the program and start raising their kids. Don't let your kids raise themselves. You raise them. Teach them right from wrong. Take them places. Show them things. Take them places. Take them to museums and to every place that you can think of. Take them there and explain to them. A lot of y'all parents don't have enough patience with kids. Sometimes a kid may come and ask you something. You try your best to explain it to them. You should try your best to explain it to them. All right? I'm telling you. And kids, little infants, when they're young, stop this babbling to them. Oh, you stinky booty. You stinky booty. And that teaches them to, when they get older, that teaches them to act a fool, okay? You see, y'all almost made me curse. That teaches them to be fools, acting crazy. When you're screaming around them and laughing and joking, everything's fun. Everything's fun. But learning can be fun. You can take a book and read it to your kid. Talk to them normal. Use normal vocabulary to a kid. Teach them, and that will teach them when they get older to talk proper, to talk better than talking nonsense. Where did they get this from? If everybody in the household is talking nonsense to a baby, hey boo boo, hey boo boo baby, hey boo boo baby, hey boo boo baby, hey boo boo, jiggy. When they keep doing that, what is a kid learning? You may not think they're not learning, but they are listening to you. They can hear it, and they're taking it in. They're taking it in little by little, little by little, little by little. And when they get older and start talking, they're going to start talking nonsense. They're going to start talking nonsense, man. And that's what I'm saying. Look, when you got an infant, a child, read to them. Even if they don't understand some of the stuff, read to them. Talk to them normal. Say their ABCs to them. Count to them. Say little songs that mean something. Say little songs like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Do that. Do that instead of nonsense. Just nonsense baby talk and stuff like that. Now, it's okay to do it sometimes, maybe sometime, but for the majority of the time, you should be teaching them something. Every day, you should be teaching them something. You should be teaching them something new every day. Because a kid, you have to look at a kid's brain is totally just about empty. The only thing they going off of stuff that they supposed to do, eating, sleeping, and when they wet, or crying when something hurts them. That's it. So they've got all this space in their brain that's waiting to take in information. Take in information. You ever notice how a little kid looks at you when you're talking to them? They're listening to you. They may not understand it, but they're taking in words and they're figuring out what the words mean. Like maybe you say, here, here, here. They know they sooner or later they're gonna know when you say here. They're gonna put their hands out. You tell them, give me a hug, give me a hug, give me a hug, give me a hug, give me a hug. When you're doing that over and over, they're gonna learn. They're gonna learn it. That's what I'm telling you. These kids are like sponges. They soak up whatever they can. So, back in the day, they instilled fear in us. Like I feared my father at first, because I always thought that whenever he get told, my mother say she gonna tell him, I was totally scared, totally scared. But nowadays, that's not right. That's not right. You shouldn't make your kids fear you, but you should make them respect you. They will give you respect. If you tell them something, and you really mean it. If you tell them the power of no, if you tell them no,
Oh no.
no, that's it. If you tell them no, you can't go outside. No, you can't have
Oh
that.
no.
That's it.
Oh no.
No. And that's it. It's no more discussion. It's no more discussion. And when they get older, they'll better take somebody telling them no. Nowadays, these teenagers out here, if you tell them no, you can't go in there, they will argue with you. They will start arguing with you because they don't have no respect. They wasn't raised with respect. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's the parents' fault. It's the parents' fault. It's not the kid's fault. Okay? And disciplining a kid doesn't mean beating on them. Don't mean hitting them, smacking them. Now, there's times when you may have to lay the hand on them. I'm sorry. There's times when you have to lay the hands on them. If they totally disrespect you, but that's your fault. That's your fault because the kids shouldn't disrespect you by storming off. You tell them, no, you can't have something. They start, and then they walk off. You make them come back. Get back in here. Stand right here. Now go walk out of here like you're supposed to. Don't storm out of here. You walk out of here. You know, I see that too many times. Parents try to talk to their kids. They, oh man. And you know, you don't do that. That's unheard of. So, look, man, y'all got to do better. The parents need to do better. It's not the kid's fault. Because every kid is programmed when they're born to be a good kid. You don't want to take your kids around people to family members' house and they could get it there running around and tearing everything up. You don't want them doing that. And you may be liable for it. Okay? You may be liable. If they break something that's expensive, that's on you. And then you probably try to hit the kid when you should be hitting yourself because you raised them. You raised them. So, you know, you need to teach your kids how to be respectable. From little kids. Raise them up to be respectable. You know? Tell them, look, when we get over here, we get over your grandma's house, don't start none of this stuff, all right? Don't start acting crazy and stuff like that, or running around and getting loose, okay? Just calm yourself down, all right? And talk to them calm. If you talk to a kid loud, if you loud with a kid all the time, naturally they're going to be loud. They're going to be loud. So then when you take them somewhere like to a library or something like that, they're going to be loud. They're going to be yelling and stuff like that. So you need to teach them. Each one teach one. Okay? Each one teach one. And that goes for some of the adults too. Y'all can do some learning too. Y'all can do some learning. Like I said, it's not about hitting a kid. It's about disciplining them and letting them know right from wrong. Okay? That's all. Letting them know right from wrong. And stick to your guns. When you say no, mean no. Don't say, go to your room, you're on punishment, you can't go out today. And then end up letting them go outside anyway. I observe this stuff. I be observing. And I don't say nothing. I just like, When somebody do it, I just do like this. I don't try to tell them nothing. Nothing. I don't try to tell the parents nothing because they're in control of the way they raise their kids. Okay? If they raising them wrong, then they raising them wrong. But on my channel, I say what I want to say, okay? So I say what I want to say, and you can listen to it if you want to. Okay, you can listen to me if you want, and sometimes you may blow me over and say, he don't know what he's talking about. He don't know what he's talking about. But I know what I'm talking about, especially when it comes to kids. You got to be firm with them. And then after your firmness, you let that out, then loosen up. You can sit down and play games with them, or go running with them, or play ball with them and stuff like that. But they got to distinguish. They learning how to distinguish when you're serious and when you're not serious. Because some kids will constantly argue with you when you're serious. When you joke, when you out playing and stuff, if you playing ball or something, you can shuck and jive with each other and stuff like that. So because they know when you're joking and when you're serious. When you're serious. Yeah. So it's crazy, but nowadays it's a lot of people, a lot of kids with ADD, with attention deficit disorder. It's a lot of kids. When I was little, it wasn't that many out there. Well, some people had behavioral problems, okay? Behavioral problems. And who's to say most of that didn't come from their parents too. But some did have something, going on up there that they probably need medicine for. But it wasn't as many as they are today. Because discipline has been taken out of the schools. And discipline, and people will tell on you. If you swat your kid, sit down and swat them, people will tell on you, and then DCFS will come and probably investigate you or something like that. So now parents are scared to do anything. They're scared to even discipline their kid. And their kids know it too. Just like I told you, the kids' brains are sponges. They soak in everything. And they sit around adults and they can hear when people say, oh, they gonna call DCFS on me. Sure, I ain't gonna do that. They hear that. You think they don't hear that? They hear it. And they will quote it back to you. They say, all right, keep it up. I'm gonna call DCFS. They're gonna call on you. What is this world coming to? It gets me very upset, This subject gets me upset, because I know that it could be better if all the parents would discipline their kids. Like I said, not beating the kids, disciplining them and meaning it. Now, if you have to swat one of them, go ahead. By all means, go ahead and swat them. Go ahead. But that's not the go-to thing right there. Hitting is not the way. Teaching is the way. Teaching. Like I'm saying, I'm going to end this one off right quick. And like I said, each one teach one. All right? Each one teach one. Okay? And do better, parents. Do better. Even single parents, do better. It's not all about being your kid's friend and stuff like that. Their buddy. Being their buddy. It's not all about that. It's about raising them to be respectable, responsible children. And to young adults, till they get young adults, it's all about teaching them how to be positive citizen in society. Okay? It's all about that. And teaching them to be responsible for their own actions. Teach them how to be responsible for their own actions. If you do something, be responsible for it. Own up to it. If you break something, tell them, look, I did it. I'm sorry. Sorry goes a long way. That's all you have to say. I'm sorry. But you can't say you're sorry too many times. You can't keep messing up say I'm sorry, mess up again. You got to learn from it. Learn not to do that no more. And when you put your kid on punishment, when you put them on punishment, that's what it is, punishment. Don't come out and you're not playing and or nothing like that today. Okay? That's it. And it's no more discussion. No more discussion. All right. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you'll know every video that I drop. You'll get notified for it. And share, share, share. Share my video so it gets out to everybody. Everybody. So they can get this experience. And make sure you hit my cash out. Give me $1 or $2. Give me $1. $1, $2 goes a long way to get tape, to get more paint, brushes, and everything. Okay? All right. Peace. Adios. Salamat.